Zanzibar is one of those destinations that immediately slows your heartbeat the moment you arrive. Warm ocean air, swaying palms, endless white beaches, and perhaps most importantly of all, genuinely warm and welcoming people. I chose to visit at the beginning of June, just as the dry season begins. The climate was ideal, warm without being overpowering, with cooling sea breezes and spectacular Indian Ocean sunrises. But the warmth here is not just in the weather, it is in the smiles, greetings, and relaxed nature of the people themselves. Many visitors come purely for a beach holiday, and Zanzibar is perfectly suited to that slower pace of life. Others, like me, combine it with a safari adventure beforehand. Most travelers arrive from Kenya or mainland Tanzania, both offering excellent safari experiences, although Zanzibar can also work well alongside South African itineraries. I personally traveled via Namibia, which I thoroughly enjoyed, although it takes a little more planning. For my stay, I chose Lux Marajani on the quieter northeast coast of the island. Personally, I prefer calmer surroundings as a contrast to my busy London life, although those looking for nightlife and beach clubs will find more energy around Stone Town and Nungwi in the north, now sometimes described as the Ibiza of Zanzibar. My room overlooked the Indian Ocean and the island's constantly changing tides. Some visitors are surprised by how dramatically the sea retreats and returns, but honestly, I found it part of Zanzibar's magic. Every few hours, the landscape changes completely different colors, different reflections, and endless shades of turquoise and blue. Sunrise here is especially beautiful, with local people gathering seaweed crops while traditional fishing boats drift quietly across the horizon. One experience I would particularly recommend is visiting one of the local villages and schools, something many hotels can help arrange. It is both humbling and important to understand a little more about life beyond the beaches and resorts. Many villages have populations of around 2,500 people where life remains simple and deeply community-focused. The school I visited had around 1,000 students of all abilities and needs, with dedicated teachers doing their very best despite limited resources. Visitors are always warmly welcomed, and small gifts such as notebooks, pencils, or sweets for the children are genuinely appreciated. Experiences like this bring balance and perspective to the holiday and remind many of us how fortunate we are. I deliberately didn't overplan my stay. Part of Zanzibar's charm is learning to slow down, pole, as they say here, but there are still several places well worth exploring. Jozani Forest offers mangroves, tropical greenery, and the rare red colobus monkeys, unique to Zanzibar and sadly increasingly threatened in the wild. Stone Town, of course, is a must. I combined my visit with the return journey to the airport, as traffic on the island's roads can take time. Stone Town is fascinating, a blend of Arab, African, Indian, and European influences woven together through narrow alleyways, carved doors, and beautiful coral stone buildings. Visitors can see the house associated with Freddie Mercury's early life, but Stone Town also carries a much darker and more emotional history through its former slave market, which remains an important reminder of the island's past. Now, a small word of practical advice for future visitors. Zanzibar is competing in an increasingly global tourism marketplace alongside destinations such as the Maldives, Seychelles, Sri Lanka, and emerging beach destinations like Mozambique. At present, tourism still appears strong, particularly as some travelers are sadly choosing to avoid parts of the Gulf region due to ongoing tensions, making Zanzibar an attractive alternative. However, visitors should budget carefully and be aware of several compulsory arrival costs which can surprise people, especially honeymoon couples or families traveling on carefully planned budgets. Even if you already hold comprehensive travel insurance, visitors are currently required to purchase Zanzibar's compulsory local insurance scheme. During our visit, this cost approximately $44 per person for a 6-night stay. In addition, the visa on arrival fee has increased from $20 to $50 per person, and many hotels now charge additional tourism or infrastructure levies of around $5 per person per night. Individually, these may not seem enormous amounts, but together they can become significant for travelers already stretching themselves for a once-in-a-lifetime holiday. There can also be frustrations with bureaucracy. Many travelers report problems using the official insurance website before arrival, including payment failures and certificates not being issued properly. Even after attempting to complete procedures in advance, our own airport entry process still took around 90 minutes. Of course, governments need tourism, revenue, and infrastructure investment. Major improvements are planned across Zanzibar over the coming years, supported by international investment, including Chinese-backed infrastructure projects. Better roads and services will undoubtedly help both visitors and local communities. One only hopes that modernization does not damage the slower pace of island life and local charm that makes Zanzibar special in the first place. Overall, though, I thoroughly enjoyed my time here, and especially meeting the people of Zanzibar, whose warmth and kindness are undoubtedly the island's greatest asset. Would I return? Quite possibly yes. But if I am being completely honest, the increasing taxation and compulsory charges do leave a slight bitter taste and may eventually affect how Zanzibar competes against other premium beach destinations in the future. That said, if you arrive prepared, budget carefully, and embrace the island's pole spirit, Zanzibar remains a beautiful, memorable, and deeply rewarding place to visit. And perhaps that is why so many people leave already dreaming of returning.